Hello and welcome to Method Integration User Tutorials. My name is Errol and we are going through a series of videos on activities. Today we are going to take a look at activities statuses. Once you've logged in, go over to the Activities tab, then the New Activity tab link, and you will have your familiar activity screen. And when you scroll on down, you'll find this field called Status. And there are many choices, the default being Not Started. By clicking on Add New or this button where you have the three dots, you can manage your activity statuses. Now before we create a new status, let's take a look at existing statuses. I would hope that they make sense to you. Over to the right of them you will find three columns: the status type, cause reminder, and the status color. Basically, when you put in canceled or completed in status type, then they will not show up in active activities within the activity list. Cause reminder, self-explanatory, and then we also have the status color, and this refers to the activity calendar where each of your activities has a color associated with it. Look at all my red. Oop, there's a green one. And if I were to take a look at the status here, red means not started, green means completed. Let's go back to new activity. Now you're probably looking at the color column and thinking to yourself, Errol, those aren't colors. That's just letters and numbers. That's not colors. And you are right. Method will use the HTML encoding for colors. And if you're thinking to yourself, but I want to put in my own color. Well, if you go over to Google and you type in HTML color picker, look at that. Automatically comes up with this one, at least for me. You can click on it and find a color that you like. For example, let's say I like blue. And here are all sorts of shades of blue. And I can just copy and paste the code that I find of a color that I like. And if you want to get more into the theory of why that represents a color, no, I'm not going to do that now. You can look it up on the internet. Now, if I select any one of these statuses, for example, the completed status, then I can edit it up here. Maybe I want to change what the status color is, although green is a nice color for that. But I can change whatever, and then once I've made a change, then I just save it. And once I save, I'll refresh, and I can see I've made the change. To make a new status, I'm going to just go here and clear and new. Maybe I can put one in waiting on inventory. I can just type it in there, make it a status pending. I will choose a red color. Cause a reminder, yes. Save. And if I were to refresh that, woohoo, I have a brand new status. I can close this. So I will make coffee activity. Contact, do I need a contact? I'm just making the coffee. This is a to-do. However, I can't make it because I'm waiting on filters. And I will save that. Great. Let me go refresh this. And there we have a to-do, waiting on inventory, make coffee when we get filters. And that's activity statuses. If you have any questions, by all means, leave them in the YouTube comments, or you can tweet us at MethodCRM. I hope you have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.